So I don't know how much you can see there. The moon shining away in the night sky. To the left, you might be able to see one or two cars going up and down the A470 over the galaxy of stars, well, street lights and house lights in Ponty. And then over here we see a few more as they meander and weave their way up the Rhondda. Hasn't quite worked out how I planned, but you still can see something of the beauty of lights in the darkness. And we're going to have a lot more of this at the moment. More hours of darkness. Now the clocks have gone back. I know for some people that's going to be really tough because they struggle with the lack of sunlight. Those who have seasonal affective disorder, or those who just feel a bit down in the shorter days and longer nights. Those who don't get enough vitamin D. Those who miss being able to stroll around in the bright sunshine. Though of course the darkness doesn't mean that we don't get the sunlight. Perhaps it makes us appreciate it all the more. As for me, I have to say I quite like the dark. It's because of the dark that we get to see these lights twinkling away. It's because of the dark we get to see the splendour of the night sky, the glory of fireworks, the moon shining away. I'm getting carried away here by my camera work and cheap poetry. But I like the dark. I genuinely do. Maybe it's because I look better in this light. But the Bible tells us that out of the darkness good things can come too. It was within the darkness before time that God created the cosmos. It was in the darkness of night that Nicodemus encountered new life. It was in the darkness of Easter morning that Jesus rose from the grave. Barbara Brown Taylor, that wonderful American theologian, says that new life seems to always start in the dark. Whether it is a seed in the ground, a baby in the womb, or Jesus in the tomb, it all starts in the dark. So perhaps you might learn to love the darkness. And that's what this week's Midweek Challenge invitation is all about. For you to send in your photos, your anecdotes, your poems, artwork, anything that you'd like to share that says something about the darkness, that might say something good about it, and where we find God and grace within it. How lucky you guys are, you don't have to get to see my face this time. Hours of hair and makeup and you don't even get a glimpse. So, that's the challenge for next week. Photos, poems, stories, jokes even on the theme of darkness. And a reminder that if you haven't already sent in your photos of the saints who we're going to remember this Sunday, please do so within the next day and we'll add them to our gallery. And for those of you that are still thinking about one of your best presents that you've been given, and believe me, we've had things from family heirlooms to kitchen equipment, so there's no right or wrong. But if you're still thinking about that, then Beth Ann would really like to do some during half term, so you'd be doing her a huge favour if you sent that in soon. So if you ever liked Beth Ann or me, get on with that. But for now I'm going to end with a psalm redux, a rewritten psalm from the Reverend Carla Groschmiller, which speaks something of the darkness. Psalm 130 redux. Fear gnaws at my belly. Despair creeps into my heart. I stretch my neck towards the sky and let the anguish escape from my throat. Hear me. O God, merciful and just, any scale will find us wanting. Who can stand before you without regret, without the shame that bows the head? I wait. My hands are empty now. I cannot save myself. I wait. My soul waits. I dare to hope. Eyes fixed on the horizon, breath slow and even. I wait. For I know you are. Love is alive. The greening stirs in dark loam and will burst into the light soon. Have a great week all, in light and in the darkness. Shine bright. God bless.